Good evening and welcome to the Sometimes Smith News Network. I'm your host, Sean Smith. And I'll be here changing camera angles all day. But first, let's go to the weather. Incredible system. We've got our weather reporter. Let me just listen in. We've got weather reporter Jose Navarro out there experiencing the weather. Let's see what he's got to say today. See? I told you there's weather. It's all around us. Look. Let me take you to the worst part of this storm. Don't do it. Right by this leaky pipe thing. It's really bad here. The weather is coming down in lots of different drops. Right from the weather system up top. Look, it's so bad today, you can't even read a book. I was sitting here reading a book on top of this garbage can this morning. And it's really difficult. The pages, difficult to turn. All throughout. Look, those kids that are talking about camouflage in this episode, totally drenched. Back to you. Stay safe, stay warm. Watch out for the really scary weather that's out there today. Oh, and he's gone. He's probably something horrific has happened to him. And now in the very exciting world of sports, we've got a sports report. Sports have not been played a lot during this quarantine time. Let's look in. This should be riveting. Wow. Unbelievable. I wonder if he ever got that ball. And now we've got a special segment for you coming up here on SSNN right after this News Network show. We've got a great cooking show for you. It's called Cooking with Jason. Have a look. Hi. Welcome to Cooking with Jason. I'm Jason, your host. I'm a master chef. I can cook many things, and today we're going to move stuff off the table, sort of. And we're going to be cooking a chopped salad. And I just want you to get in here because cooking should be a together experience. It's all about cooking together. So I want to take you on a journey today. It's going to be a brilliant journey. Again, you got to be a part of this whole experience. So when you're cooking, make sure you choose the best ingredients. It's always important. And have a fork. If you don't have a fork and stuff, things happen. Or if you don't have a fork, how are you going to open the bag? This is delicious, not a sponsor, but it is choosing the best ingredients for your recipe of chopped salad. Again, when you open the bag, ooh, don't smell it. It kind of smells gross, but again, when you're pouring these ingredients, make sure you pour with style and skill and just really get in there. Oops. Delicious. And if you have like I've done, if you have some extra ingredients on the table, that's just bonus. You just put them in. And then you want to get spices, because spices are important with every good recipe. So open your bag of spices, and again, you're being really particular here. These have been sourced from so far away, and they are absolutely delicious. This will change the flavor of your salad because it's the flavoring. Look at that pour. It just comes right out when you rip it off and then you put it in. It's like super awesome. So then you do the stuff, and then I just want you to just see that. See the spice. Look at that. Like, does that not look absolutely incredible? Then you're gonna make the wontons from scratch. So what I've done here is, this is how you make stuff from scratch. The wontons are important Because when you pour on it, just listen to the crunch of this. Again, there's an art form. You can check out this recipe in my recipe book, Cooking with Jason. You can also visit my website, cookingwithjason.biz.net.au. And make sure, again, don't have plastic in your fork. That's embarrassing. You want to make sure that you really mix the vegetables, but I'll leave that up to you. Thanks for tuning in to Cooking with Jason.
That looks amazing. Incredible. Kind of terrible. And now in our next news segment, we've got which you have been waiting for all day. It has a lot to do with Phase 3, our country's history, and this is so important for you to get. So now let's go over to Jimmy McTwoshoes over in probably the garage.
And now our top story tonight, brought to you by Through the Ladder. We are hearing reports of terrible roving gangs of individuals who are looting and rioting in the streets over the Phase 3 of this assignment. In fact, we can bring you some footage today. We've been out and about in the community, all over the place. It's terrifying. I'm seeing a mob of people that are just out front my door. Watch this. Again, a bit terrifying to be out here, and I'm risking my life to bring you this news story because I'm an amazing reporter. Like, I'm really good. I'm here and we've also found always, finishing sentences too. We're gonna take you now to some of the shots that we've seen around our community of these roving bands of people who are so upset about Phase 3. This footage, just be forewarned, may be disturbing to some viewers.
And again, we just want to caution our viewers. There's a few instances of footage here that you may find disturbing. So just be careful, be cautious. Disgusting. Oh, it's terrifying. Let's go to our next camera. Out of control. Absolutely terrifying. Again, viewers, I caution you, put the children to bed before we're watching this next clip. What is the world coming to? Here at SSNN, we want to give you the top news first. So here's how this works. And guys, I know you've been waiting all of 8 minutes and 47 seconds to hear this. This is your assignment details. For anyone who wants to avoid this, just tell them start at 8 minutes and 47 seconds. Here's the huge world announcement that's coming out. As you know, about a week ago, we went through into Phase 2 of our country assignment, create a country assignment, and now we're into, so Phase 2 was all about finding a partner. Now, here's a few conditions. If you are not able to find a partner, that's somewhat okay. You have then progressed through Phase 2. If you are able to find a partner, you have to make sure before you go ahead in this video that you have to make sure that everything is done, which includes especially this page here. Again, I've made some changes, but this is the page. You do not share this, but this is now in your country's record. Okay, so you need to have everything done. When you are all completed, so everyone in your brand new country of Phase 2, here's our breaking news announcement. Because of the economics of today, because of the terrifying nature of today, I want you to experience the full force of making a brand new country. Phase 3 is devastating. Your brand new country that you just made with all the people in it, whether it was 2 or 3 or 1, you are now going to have to do again. In phase 3, you are now taking your country and you are comboing with another country one more time. But there are some conditions. You will find the Google assignment will be available to you once again alongside this YouTube link. And if you're having a hard time finding other people to be with, this is where the Google Meet, our classroom, will actually be together. This is where you guys could discuss, and we'll actually have time available slots where you can discuss back and forth and make sure that you get through this. But here are the conditions. You must have a copy of this from phase 2. Make sure you have this. Phase 2 is so important. This is a legally binding agreement. Make sure it's all done. In phase 3, before you begin, first of all, select your people. Now you can go through. Okay, remember, we're looking at this sheet all the time, so have it in front of you. Access this sheet. Here's the conditions of phase 3. If you chose democracy as your brand new phase 2 country, so the 2 countries are coming together, this country chooses democracy. Everyone gets to choose between the 2 groups, all the choices you're about to choose for phase 3. But both sides need to have chosen democracy. Then everyone gets to participate. If you chose, if one country in your group chose monarchy, and this is key, that group, that country that chose monarchy as their phase 2 government gets to make the first decision. Whichever decision they want. They can choose the official language. They can do whatever they want. So let me be clear. If one of the countries chose monarchy, they get to make the first decision. However, if both of your countries have chosen monarchy, you must have a paper, rock, scissors, best of 7, and the winner gets to make the first 2 decisions in your phase 3 country. Here's the next condition. If one of the countries that are coming together chose dictatorship, the other country gets to choose 5 decisions first, without any input from the other country. If, though, both countries that are coming together chose the government of dictatorship, you get -2 in technology, -2 in economics, and -2 in friendliness. You have to record those things. Okay. You may need to rewind this part of the video again. Here's the next deal with phase 3. You now need to go, and everyone needs to share this sheet with each other from phase 2. This is the grand reveal for phase 3. No matter how many, so how many people you have in your group. So you're counting up per person. So if somebody in your group ticked off this box, it says peaceful coexistence, this new country will be awesome, you get +1 technology, +1 economics, and +1 friendliness for each person that comes into your new country. So if you have a group of 4, if you have a group of 5, 6, whatever it might be, you might get, especially if you have a group of 6, you might get 6 extra points if everyone had signed peaceful coexistence, this new country will be awesome. Okay, second option for each person in your brand new phase 3 country. If they checked off, fine, I'll sign the document to unite the countries, but I'm not super happy, nothing happens. Now here's the third option. Each person, so again, total up your people. So if you have 3 or 4, let's go with 4 people in your group, you have a potential for this last option of -4. So if they signed, or if they check the box and it says, there's no way I'm signing anything, it's war. -1 in economics, -1 in tech, and -1 in friendliness. That's your first starting point. So you are going to go, first of all, you got to go through the democracy, monarchy, dictatorship. Then you have to go through this. You are going to total up each person in your group, and that's your country score. I want you to write that and record that somewhere in the, and I believe it's on the part 3 of your country score. So you might be very friendly, you might not be very friendly. We'll see how it goes, and we'll see how it all shakes out. Then once you're done that, you are then going to go through your phase 3, and you're going to have your new official languages. You're going to have your country's largest city, your currency, all that kind of stuff. But you're also going to have this, the anthem of your country. Write an anthem for your brand new country. It must be school appropriate, obviously, and no more than 3 minutes in length. That's our news for today. If you have any questions, you know where to see. Google Meet is the place to meet. I'm hoping most of you were able to get through this in its fullest. I'm your host, John Cena. You're watching Sometimes Smith News Network. May the 4th be with you, and good night.